Welcome everybody to Bass University TV, and I'm here with my good friend Freddie Boom Boom Roumbanis. How are you, buddy?
Doing great, thank you.
Hey, thanks for being here for Bass University TV. We're going to be talking today about shallow water habitat because I happen to know you're a shallow water guru, and that's what you really like to do. So we're gonna talk to you guys about the different types of shallow water habitat, finding a good target, and talking about the tools that Fred and I would use to exploit that type of shallow water habitat on this episode that we're shooting today. So right now we're looking at some great shallow water habitat, and you know, what do you see here, Fred?
You know, first of all, I noticed all the offshore grass. I see this grass that's moved out in the water. It's flooded. You know, obviously the water's up a little bit, and you can also notice that the rocks behind it are real chunk rock. You can see leading out to that point, you've got a lot of chunk rock. So in my mind, I'm thinking it's a great habitat for bait fish and crawfish.
Right.
And now we've got some wind and breeze that's pushing it into that bank.
Absolutely. Well, see, the wind is our friend.
The wind is always your friend.
Right. I guess the only time the wind is not your friend is when you're in a scenario where it muddies up the water. Right? And when the wind muddies up the water, that can be a negative. But hey guys, make friends with the wind. I'm telling you right now, it adds cover, it opens up the strike zone for fish, it pushes bait fish around. It's a great thing. So yeah, we've got opportunity for bait fish to be here, some good offshore willow bushes or some type of bushes. What do you see here as far as lures? How do you approach this?
To me, honestly, this is a kind of a spot where you fish your strength. You fish what you're confident in.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a jig fisherman? Are you a spinnerbait fisherman? Are you a crankbait fisherman? Because you can do all three things right here. Are you a swim bait fisherman? Are you a frog fisherman?
Mm-hmm.
You could do it all here.
Absolutely.
And really, the deal is, whenever there's a breeze and you break up the surface, it makes fish more vulnerable in clear water. We've got really clean water right here. So when that breeze kind of breaks up that surface, you can start getting those topwater bites. You can also get a swim bait going, you know, a weedless swim bait preferably, something that you could throw and track through that grass. And also something you can flip, some kind of a creature bait that you like to flip. In my mind, when you get out towards that point, you get into more chunk rock. And I'm looking at that, but before I get there, I see this tree. And I'm thinking, let's flip this real quick.
Right.
Let's go ahead and drop something down there. Let's work all different edges. If you'd like to throw a square bill, do the same thing. But get out to that rock and pick up a biffle bug, some kind of a swing head deal to mimic the crawfish. Because I'm thinking those chunk rock, it's a great opportunity for bass to use to look for crawfish. And so that biffle bug really mimics a crawfish very well.
Gotcha. Well, I love these trees, right? And this bushy stuff that's in the water. And one of the things you really want to, you know, look at when you're trying to identify a target in shallow water is when the different types of habitat come together. And we've got this standing timber here and off in the distance behind you that's intersecting this bushy habitat, right? So we've got two types of habitat that come together. I want you guys to really take notice of that when you have things come together like that, because that creates an ambush point for a predator, creates a feeding opportunity, and it's different. It's different.
And a lot of times if you get mixed vegetation, you can see lily pads mixed with some milfoil.
Yep.
That intersection of both of them, that's where you want to be. That's where the bait fish can really hide, but also the big fish can use as ambush.
Exactly. And that's what we see here. We see two types coming together, and we see the bushes intersecting the rocks off in the distance. So we've got a lot of different types of habitat coming together, and when you see that, you know, that's going to be a great target. And like you, Fred, you know, you want to fish your strengths whenever you get the chance to. We're here in the summertime, and it's warm season, so just about anything goes. You know, when the water temperature is this warm. You know, anything from a spinnerbait to a crankbait to a flipping pattern, you know, are excellent tools when this water temperature is real high. One of the most consistent tools that you can use that I really love to use, especially when I'm struggling to catch fish in this type of habitat, is
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Gluszek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. From on the water to in the classroom, you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best. Subscribe to Bass University TV today.